everyone, and welcome back to my channel Rise, Inspire, Repeat. Today, I wanted to talk about that one thing which is absolutely necessary for any relationships to work. It could be the relationship with your partner, with your spouse, with your uh, business partners, with your colleagues at work, with your friends, with your parents. That one thing which is absolutely necessary is communication. Communicating your needs, your desires, your boundaries, your expectations. Expressing yourself freely in a relationship is what makes that relationship balanced and keeps it strong and healthy with every passing year. And when does a relationship fail? When that communication stops, when you stop expressing yourself, you stop expressing your needs. And in this video, we will understand that what are some of the reasons why we stop expressing ourselves. And the first and the most important reason for not expressing ourselves actually comes from our negative past experiences. For example, in the past, when you tried to communicate your needs, the other person did not understand, and that entire conversation ended up in an argument or a fight. And that experience has created certain thoughts in your mind. Thoughts like, he never understands, or she never listens, or this is one topic where we just don't align, and therefore I'm going to stop expressing myself because there is no point. Now, when we create such negative thoughts in our mind because of that one experience, we get into this endless pattern because it's our thoughts which become our reality. So every time we are telling ourselves that he's not understanding, she's not listening to me, there is no point talking about this to her or him because they don't understand, that is what is coming to you as an evidence in your reality. Or it could also come from your childhood, where you must have seen your parents arguing or fighting, and you created these thoughts inside of you that, oh, whenever I will want to express myself, it will always result in a fight. So let me keep quiet. Let me not express myself. And that is how we stop expressing ourselves. We stop expressing what is it that we want, what is our expectation, what are the boundaries that one should not cross. And imagine when the communication is only one way and not two ways, how can that relationship feel balanced? And here is why it's important for us to heal all such negative experiences, because those negative experiences are holding us from experiencing the relationships that we truly desire, that we truly deserve. So here are the 5 steps that one can follow so that we can first let go of our negative past experiences and then spend some time in understanding that what is it that we would want from that relationship, how exactly would we want to express ourselves, and how would we want the other person to respond when we are expressing our needs, our desires, and then create that reality that we truly deserve for ourselves. So the first thing that we will be doing is we will write down all the negative experiences that we have gone through whenever we have tried to express ourselves with that person. It could be with that person or any other person, but take some moment to write down all such negative experiences where you expressed yourself and it ended up in a fight or an argument. And so that we get into the details of this, I would like you to make a few columns. So in the first column, you will write down the situation. So for example, the situation that I have written down is argument with my partner about time management. And then the next column, you can write down the tone. What is the tone that you are using while communicating? So it could be, for example, defensive, wherein I'm just trying to prove my point. I'm defending myself. Or being very indifferent, like I don't care what you're saying. Right? So that is the tone of my voice that I was using while communicating. The body language, which means avoiding eye contact, or the gestures or the facial expressions which were indicating towards you being indifferent or you not caring or you not giving importance to the other person's feelings. Write that down under body language. And then the words that you are using while communicating. Like you always do this. You never understand me. So, whatever words you used while communicating, make a note of that. Next will be the thoughts that you were having in your mind before having that conversation. Now, these thoughts are something which probably is coming from your negative experiences, right? Thoughts like, I had this conversation earlier and it did not really go well. I don't know what is going to happen. Will he understand me? So, a lot of doubts in your thoughts, or a lot of question mark about how this conversation is going to be, or creating certain assumptions about the communication or the conversation that you're going to have. Like, for example, concluding, even before the conversation happens, you have already concluded in your mind that this is going to go bad, that he's not going to understand, he never understands me, right? So, once you have written down all of these, the next step that you need to do is, now when you think of having that conversation with this person or with anybody else for that matter, what are the negative thoughts that are coming to your mind? It could be, I don't want to express myself. I'm done talking about what I want, but this person doesn't seem to understand. I'm going to stop bothering myself about what he or she wants. I'm going to stop expressing myself, right? These are some of the negative thoughts that are coming to you when you now think of expressing yourself. And now all of these negative thoughts that you've written down, I want you to go ahead, tag that paper and just burn it. Okay, burn that paper, and while you're burning that paper, repeat to yourself, I'm releasing this, I'm letting go of this. It's important for us to release these negative experiences because somewhere it is these thoughts which are holding us back, which are not allowing us to express ourselves in a relationship. And if we want the relationship to grow, then it is important for us to start communicating again. Now, once we have released ourselves from all those negative energies, step number 3 is now to get to visualizing what is it that we want. So before you start your visualization process, write down that what is it that I'm expecting from myself in this relationship. Most of the time we are focused on what is it that we are expecting from others, but it is important to understand that what is it that I'm expecting from this relationship. So for example, I am expecting to be kind in this relationship. I'm expecting to listen to the other person in this relationship, to give space to the other person in this relationship, to give love, to give a lot of respect to this other person in this relationship, right? Because whatever you give is what you get back. So it's important to first define the things that you would like to give in this relationship. And once you've done that, then you can now go ahead and write down that how is it that you would want the other person to respond when you are expressing yourself. You want the other person to understand you, to listen to you, to respect you, to value your needs and desires. And the more clear we are in terms of what is it that we want, the more easy it is for us to create that relationship for ourselves. You can also go ahead and write down the tone that you would like to have when you are communicating or expressing yourself to the other person. That you want to feel empathetic, that you want the tone to be easy, understanding, comforting, that your body language is you are maintaining eye contact with that person. Your gestures, your facial expressions are more engaging. It is indicating towards you trying to make things work, and that is why you're having that communication. So all these small factors results in the kind of experience that we would like to have when we are expressing ourselves. So write all of that down and then just close your eyes and visualize yourself. Visualize yourself just expressing yourself freely with no judgments, no criticisms in your mind, and how beautifully the other person is able to understand you because you are no longer carrying any negative energy about that person or about you expressing yourself. Your heart is simply filled with love, with kindness, with joy. And therefore, when you're expressing yourself with a lot of love, kindness, and happiness, the other person is able to easily respond, is able to understand you easily. And both of you together are able to come up with solutions that can help this relationship grow. See yourself visualizing that as though it is happening in the present moment. And then you can say out these affirmations, which will really help you to believe in expressing yourself. To realize that only when you express yourself, that relationship can grow. And to break all those negative experiences that has made you think otherwise. You can place your hand on your heart and you can close your eyes and repeat after me. I can express myself in a positive way and others understand what I express at all times. I can express myself in a positive way and others understand what I express at all times. It is totally safe for me to express my own true feelings. It is totally safe for me to express my own true feelings. I have a right to peace, privacy, joy, freedom, expression, and growth. I have a right to peace, privacy, joy, freedom, expression, and growth. I say all the right things at exactly the right time, in exactly the right manner, to convey the utmost love, respect, and wisdom that I hold in my heart. I say all the right things at exactly the right moment, in exactly the right manner, to convey the utmost love, respect, and wisdom that I hold in my heart. I'm creatively expressing my highest potential. I'm creatively expressing my highest potential. And once you have affirmed, the last step is to just use the technique of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just go ahead and express yourself. Because it's only the initial resistance that you need to overcome. That initial 10 seconds or 5 seconds of resistance to take that first step to expressing yourself. So say yourself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, express yourself and let those relationships grow and prosper in your lives. So quick summary, step 1, write down all the negative experiences that you have had when you were trying to express yourself. Get into the details of it, like tone, body language, the words that I used, the thoughts that I was carrying in my mind before having that conversation, or the conclusions that I made in my mind before having that conversation. Step 2 is writing down all the negative thoughts that comes to you now when you think of expressing yourself to somebody else. Step number 3 is writing it down. What is it that I'm expecting from my own self in this relationship, and how is it that I want the other person to respond when I'm expressing my needs and my desires? Being very, very clear about the expectations that you have for yourself in this relationship and the expectation that you have from the others. Step number 4 is visualizing all that you have written down in terms of what is it that you want and then affirming it. And the last step is just telling yourself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and go ahead and express yourself and allow your relationships to grow in the most beautiful way. I hope you found this video useful. Do this 5-step process and share with me in comments how was the experience and how has it helped you in expressing yourself with your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching this video, and lots of love and power and abundance to each and every one of you.